Now I'm trying to do this with my ketamine dose in my mouth. I'm taking like 30 milligrams in the morning. I was remembering last night how much I miss strip clubs. Like, I don't know. Yeah, OnlyFans is great too. Directly dealing with the person and all that, but when a girl can just recycle photos, it's not really personal. Of course, you want some of that one-on-one time. But I remember there was a time where me and my buddy went to the casino there in Eagle Pass, and we went once before. My buddy was really into Texas Hold'em, and so I had a little extra money. I think, I don't know, $200 or something. He had whatever, 200, 300, and so we went, and yeah, we went to a table and we were playing for just, I don't know, not even an hour. We got there pretty early too. I want to say at like 11 o'clock or noon, maybe even earlier. And we were playing for about an hour. And I'm still not sure how it goes down, but my buddy got the bad beat, so against someone else. So when that happened, there was like an accumulative amount of a jackpot, and it all went to everyone. So like, even though I was at the table and I didn't even win, I think I folded, I still won $1,000 or 1,400, and then my buddy won like 7 grand, 8 grand, something like that, like a ridiculous amount for just whatever. So after that, we were like, fuck that, we're done. Like, we're gonna go, like, we're not gonna lose this money here. So we were done, even though it was like 12. So we left there, and he's like, fuck it, man, I want to go to some strip clubs, blah blah. And so we were researching it, which he wanted an all nude one, which it's harder than I thought to find all nude. And we found, we came back home, we found one here in San Antonio, and yeah, I remember it just being really, it was very dirty, and we were just there chilling. My buddy, he wasn't really into any of the strippers. He was more into like the waitress that was serving us. She was a short little girl, but she had big old tits, and he was like, "Man, I want to see that. I want to see that girl." And I'm like, "Okay, I mean, there's a bunch of strippers, whatever." He's like, "Nah, but think about it. Who here? Like, you've seen all the strippers here naked, right? Everyone who has seen the waitress naked, or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a goal to pursue." But I was more interested in, there was a stripper that she wasn't fully naked. She had her bottom still, but her tits were out. But she had glasses on, and I was like, ooh, like, I don't know why it hit me how attractive that was, just a stripper with glasses on. And the one thing I do remember in this club is that they were playing like rock music. I think they were playing, one of the songs they're playing was Scar Tissue. It was almost as if on Grand Theft Auto, you went into a strip club and you played your own playlist from your hard drive. It was very strange, because typically strip clubs play rap music, right? I mean, that's just typical. And I remember asking the waitress, the one my buddy was trying to court, I asked her, hey, why are they playing rock music? Because I think they even played like the Killers or something. Just rock music. And she goes, oh, we're trying to keep out a certain type of customer. And I'm like, oh, racism. Okay. That's okay. I guess that's one way to do it. So I remember I told my buddy, hey, I'm really into that stripper with the glasses. And he gave me, he gave me like 60 or 80 bucks, and he was like, go get a private dance from her. So I approached her. I'm like, oh hey, can I get a private dance? And they had like like a separate area with a curtain and stuff, and a little room with a chair. And she sat me down, and I think it was, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks for 3 songs. And so I sat there while she was dancing on me, and I go, hey, you're, what's up with your glasses? Why do you have glasses? I couldn't even really be into the dance while not asking, hey, why are you wearing glasses? And she's like, oh, I forgot my contacts, so this is what I had to deal with. And I'm like, no, I think it's hot. I told her I kind of wish you could like put clothes on while dancing on me, because I don't know, it's hot. It's a hot look, a stripper with glasses. And she laughed because of how much of a sick man I am. And yeah, I think eventually my buddy, I think he even had, well, after that dance, he said he was going to pursue that waitress. And I think she had to clear it with her manager if she could give him a dance, kind of like a pimp, like, oh hey, I gotta get with my manager before I can give you a dance. And so the manager comes and he's like, yeah, I'll let the waitress dance on you for $300. And my buddy just won like $8,000, so he's like, fuck it, yeah, I'll pay you $300 if that waitress does a dance for me. And so he got a dance. He got to see her tits. I think he even got her number. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of that strip club story. I remember going to another strip club earlier in my life. I think my first strip club here in San Antonio, and they had a really good, was it steak? Like a $4.99 lunch steak deal you could eat there. Sugars, right? And I remember going there with my buddy Diego and my buddy Tony, and it was so awkward because Tony and Diego are two such different people. So they were there, like, attracted to different things, pursuing. And I remember just sitting there. I remember that moment. I didn't have much money to spend, so I didn't even know how strip clubs work. So I just sat there and kind of people watched and saw a bunch of people just really into the dances. Like, I don't know how you could pay a stripper and then have them on you and just be really, really into it, especially with everyone there. It just seems uncomfortable. I would want like a private area so I could be private with her, at least in the moment of the illusion of, okay, she's into me for a set amount of time because I purchased her, like a kiddie ride. You put a quarter in and the ride's going for a set amount of time. Okay, cool. I have the illusion that I'm on a fucking horse and I'm a cowboy, and then it stops. All right, I'm done. I could at least have the illusion on my own than someone else being there vicariously enjoying it by watching, like a piece of shit. But that's what I was doing, watching, so whatever. But I remember sitting there, and a black girl stripper came up to me, and she was like, oh hey, she came and whispered in my ear, hey, you want to dance? And I'm like, no, thank you. And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, am I being racist? Because I told her, no, thank you. I don't want. And so I went back to her and I was like, hey, I didn't brush you down. You're because of the color of your skin. You're just not my preference. As far as the illusion I'd want for someone to be into me, I don't imagine that with a black girl. It was very awkward. She understood, though. I guess she's dealt with more awkward or worse customers who probably just blow her off or be fucking racist. But I was like, no. But I think eventually, after so long of me not doing anything, my buddies were like, hey, we'll pay to get you a dance. We'll pick the girl. And then they pick like some girl with big ass tits, or huge, just out. And they paid her, and she awkwardly, grabbed my hand and took me to like a long booth seat with other patrons, and she was on top of me with her tits right in my face, and then she put one of her tits in my mouth, and all I remember is her smelling very good, but then when her tits went into my mouth, my first thought was how many other mouths has this tit been in, And so I was like, but it was just more awkward, and the thought of it being so unsanitary than anything. But I think she could tell I was very awkward, because she was like, "Oh, is everything?" I'm like, "No, that's cool. You're fine. You're doing your thing. You're great. It's me. I'm the issue here." So I don't know how to entail that to a stripper. It's me. I'm the sick person, right? But yeah, I know, man. I remember I went to another strip club, and I cannot recall any events that happened there. That was just those two that really stick in my head. And now you have OnlyFans. I enjoy hitting up some celebrities. Well, not celebrities, but like the more famous people on OnlyFans, and seeing them naked and stuff. Even though you can kind of Google it, but it's nice. I like supporting small businesses, and that's what I see. An OnlyFans person, on the OnlyFans entrepreneur is a small business, and I'm giving to it, and of course it's like any customer service. I feel like you should be nice to them. They'll be nice to you, unless, I don't know, your thing is to talk dirty or shitty to them, or they talk dirty and shitty to you. And as long as it's consensual, right? That's the name of the game. Hey, consent, cool. They're of age, awesome. They can legally consent. So yeah, I'm all for OnlyFans, and I wish strip clubs would kind of adopt that more, what is it, like individuality, But that's just me. I'm a piece of shit, whatever. So I hope you learned something today from my experiences at blowing money at a strip club. And yeah, support your local strip clubs by going to them, because there are people there that are just like us, taking everything one day at a time. And yeah, have a great day. I'm a piece of shit. Have a great day.